today we are going to be talking about a meme coin that was launched on pump.fun called Moo Deng. So we're going to talk about this. It's pumping massively right now, 45% in the last 24 hours. Anyways, remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none of this is financial advice, but let's get straight into it. So as you can see over here, we are up 45.3% here on Moo Deng, 65% in the last 7 days, 58% in the last 14 days, and 17% in the last 30 days, with a 24-hour trading volume of $498 million and a market cap of $214 million. And like I said, this project was built on Pump.fun, right? It's a Solana coin built on Pump.fun. We'll go over the technicals here in a second. I just kind of want to break down, some important things here with Moo Deng. 69.8K inside of holders. It's got about 300 holders inside of the last 2 weeks. As you can see here are all of our top holders here. Robinhood being the largest. There's it's listed on Robinhood. Robinhood is the largest holder here. But yeah, this is a giant of a project built on Pump.fun, right? This is like it's a pure meme coin, nothing else to it but memes. Here you have all the listings. They're pretty much listed on every major exchange out there. And then you also have their fan page here. And for those of you that don't know what Moo Deng is, it is a meme of a hippo out here in Thailand. So I'm out here in Thailand right now, and there is this hippo inside the same province area here. I'm also in the Chonburi province, but this hippo is in the Chonburi province of Thailand in the city of Sriracha, where they actually created the Sriracha hot sauce. So the Sriracha hot sauce was actually created here in Sriracha, Thailand. And this is a hippo out there, and they made a meme of it, and it was like the largest meme on X, on Twitter, I think, for 2024, and they got like a reward for that, right here. So there can only be one. Congratulations for being the top meme of the year, and that was for 2024. So that's pretty big. This is, it just went viral for being a little small, cute little hippo, right? But yeah, let's talk about what this project is about to do. Now you know exactly what it is. Let's talk about what this project is about to do, right? Let's talk about everything that people want to see. You guys wanted to see the charts. Now, this is the daily chart. We'll go over the daily chart, the 4-hour chart, the hour chart, the 30-minute chart, and the 15-minute chart, and the 5-minute chart. Those are the most important charts, right? Not the 5-minute, because 5 minutes is too short, right? And the 15. We'll just go daily, 4-hour, 1 hour, and 30 minutes. So currently we are coming off a nice pump here, right? We had decent support here. So anyone who has any type of technical analysis experience could have looked at this and been like, oh yeah, it's either gonna come back from here or it's gonna have a major dump from here. That's pretty much what that means. And instead of having a major dump, it came back from that point. So as you can see, the price started to recover from there. I'm also spotting another area here for minor support. And why is that? Because we've had support here, and then we've had that as a resistance area here. So that's also another level to watch out for. I don't think we'll be hitting that anytime soon. We're entering altcoin season right now, and altcoins and meme coins are going off currently at the same time. So I think we're in a very good position here with being here on Moo Deng, right? Now, looking at this chart right here, you can also obviously tell that we have just now hit a resistance area as well. Multiple times we've hit this resistance area, right? We've done it just now. We did it once here, a really small one. You can see a little bit here, a little bit here, right here. You come back, a little bit of support there. You can see the bottom of that candlestick, bottom of that wick is really touching it. The top of that candlestick right here, the top of the wick is touching it. Bottom of this one is almost touching it. So you can see that this is a very important area, right? And that's pretty much where we're at now. But we're still bullish, so we're probably going to end up breaking past it, okay? And if we break past it, then we get up here closer to this level. And this is also a minor resistance level. And if you look at it, we've hit this level multiple times. So this is probably going to be the area that we go next, which is pretty much 25 cents. So we see there that we've hit that level right there. And then you see that we've hit it once over here. So this one's not as major of a resistance, and once here. So this one's not as major of a resistance, but it's still there. So we still got to watch out for it. So the actual massive pull, not massive, but actual pullback could be at that level. but I think we'll have enough strength to push past it and get to that 27-cent level, right? But looking down here at the MACD is still pretty bullish on the daily chart. You can see there all green candlesticks, no red has popped up yet. So the sellers have not even stepped into the market yet for the daily chart. Remember that for the daily chart, the sellers have not stepped in. We still got to look at the 4-hour. We still got to look at the 1 hour and the 30-minute. Now for the percent R trend exhaustion here, this is pretty interesting. So the blue line represents the long-term trend. The white line represents the short-term trend. So notice how the long-term and the short-term trend are both coming up here to the top on the percent R trend exhaustion. We got the signal down here indicating that we are switching our trend to the uptrend. That's what the blue bar with the blue up arrow means. And if there's a red bar with a red down arrow, that's a downtrend. So we're nowhere close to being overbought, and we're nowhere close to being overexhausted for the daily chart, right? That's just the daily chart. So let's move on to the 4-hour. So now that we have the 4-hour, things are a lot different. All right. Once you start going smaller and smaller. So the daily chart is the long term, and it shows long term Moo Deng is bullish. So if Moo Deng is bullish long term, we then come to the 4-hour chart, which I like to call this chart like medium turn, or like this is like the chart that you look at like the next week. The next week will follow this chart, right? That's kind of how the 4-hour chart should be looked at. We are overbought on the MACD for the 4-hour chart, and we can extend it here. You can see way overbought here on the MACD for the 4-hour. Do not, I'm not going to tell you guys not to buy in at this price, because obviously I'm not a financial advisor and none of this is financial advice, and you can make your own decisions. But yeah, do your own research for that. We're definitely overbought on the MACD. Looking at the percent R trend exhaustion, the trend is overexhausted, is overbought, overextended on the upside. Typically we'll usually get like the red down arrows with the red bars here indicating a pullback. So we should get that soon. Whenever there's not enough volume, you don't see that. You just see the pullback without the signal. So the volume is high right now, so we should definitely get that signal. The long-term trend has actually beat the short-term trend and overextended it, but that is kind of bad, because now the short-term trend is now coming up. When they cross here at the top, the long-term and the short-term trend should go down at the same time, and we will then see that red bar here with the down arrow, right? We'll see that red bar with the down arrow indicating that we're about to have a downtrend. So that it could be showing itself soon, and it's something that you definitely want to watch out and pay attention to. Here on the 4-hour chart, we should be having a pullback according to the 4-hour chart. So bullish long-term, short-term to medium-term, a little bit bearish, might pull back short-term, right? The hourly chart, same thing. So looking at the hourly chart, we have hit that resistance all the way up here. And you can also see the MACD is overbought. Sellers are stepping in. That's why you're seeing the lightly shaded green candlesticks here on the MACD, indicating that sellers are starting to take over. They're trying to transition it. And then you can also see the percent R trend exhaustion, overexhausted to the upside. We got this signal right here. Let's go ahead and minimize that again, and then we can just kind of move this up so we can see that. All right, so we can see that the bars here on the percent R trend exhaustion first pulled us back here, right? That was the first pullback. But we could easily get another one, right? I think that we could still have some power to push a little bit higher to about 24 cents. But this right here is just too much of a red flag. But you also have to look at this. We can stay overbought and overextended for a long time. We did it before. For the 7th of September all the way till the 9th of September, we were overbought. So we just kind of started this one yesterday. So from the 12th, hypothetically speaking, to about the 14th or the 15th. So yeah, about the 12th to the 15th or the 14th, we could see this extending. And that might be what ends up bringing Moo Deng up to 25 to 28 cents. So we actually should see it in the next week or two continuing to rise. But remember, we have the Fed interest rate decision next week. On the 17th, they're going to make their decision. They're probably going to raise interest rates. Oh, no. They're going to lower interest rates. They're not going to raise it. They're going to lower interest rates probably. And if they do an interest rate cut, everything's going up. Housing in America is going up. Crypto is going up. Stocks are going up. Everything in America are going up. Bonds, everything. But look, sometimes the market can price in the rate cuts. And that's what people are talking about right now. People are saying that the markets are already pricing in the rate cuts. So hypothetically speaking, we've already benefited from it. Could we crash next week on the 17th of September? That is the question you need to be asking yourself. There's a possibility that that could happen, but nobody knows until it actually comes because we don't know what the Fed's going to do, right? Anyways, 30-minute chart, same thing, overexhausted, overextended here on the percent R trending exhaustion. And then the MACD overbought, but now it is selling off. You can see that MACD is now about to curve and start going downwards here. So short term, again, we should see some pullbacks coming in here short term. So prepare for that because, that could be a nasty or it could be not too bad of a short, not too bad of a pullback. Because we seen back here before we started pumping, we had a small pullback, but the indicators were kind of showing us like, hey, this could be a big deal, but really it wasn't a big deal at all, right? And that's because the short term pulled back, but the long term kind of stayed up there. So if we do something similar where the long term stays overbought and then the short term trend pulls back a little bit and then comes back up to meet the long term, then we can stay bullish, just kind of like how we did before. So that's just a little food for thought. But anyways, long term, Moo Deng is bullish, looking super bullish. It's one of those memes that are just huge. For one, this is a native Thailand memes, and like people in Thailand, like I'm here in Thailand right now, people out here love Moo Deng. Like they'll literally show you their phone. They'll be watching it and they'll be sitting there just watching the video of it and they'll be smiling and laughing. They love it, which means the meme coin, anyone who loves crypto in Thailand are also going to love the meme coin as well. So it's going to do well. It has a whole country behind it. And then everyone in the world loves Moo Deng, not just Thailand, right? So I think that this fundamentally is going to be a good meme coin. Like it was almost like with Doge, people just fundamentally, they just loved Doge. They loved the meme. This is another one of those memes that's just a really good meme. So I think is going to do extremely well in this market. So yeah, as you can see, looking here at the daily chart, looking super bullish. So anyways, this is all I got for you all today. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys want me to go over next. And as always, I'll be back with another video.